Good morning, guys. Everyone, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir. So, this is Srinivas. So, here I am teaching Django framework and REST API framework and Python also I am teaching, guys. Okay. So, purely Python development related, all the technologies I am discussing here. Okay. So, from so many years, I mean, last 4-5 years onwards, I am teaching here. So many batches I completed and we're developing a lot of projects in our session. Okay. So at the time of developing this session related our Django programming, some real-time coding also I will involving, guys. Okay. End of this session, we are going to developing some major projects. Okay. So which looks like real-time coding. So e-commerce related, these all things I'll take care, guys. Got it? So next session I will show you some demo applications also which are developing already for your senior batches. So some major projects I'll show you. By seeing that output, all the things, you will understanding what kind of projects we are going to developing in this Django framework. So you will get it, guys. Clear this one? Yeah. So here, what is our framework means? Django framework. Django framework. So what is framework? What is framework? We are going to discuss first of all. Django is a framework. First of all, what is framework? What is the use of framework? Okay, and Django is a framework. So using Django, what we can do? Using Django, what we can do? So these all knowledge is required, guys. And also, if you want to learn this Django framework, what are the prerequisites? What are the prerequisites? You need to have that knowledge. Clear, guys? So first point is to learn this Django framework. To learn this Django, to learn this Django framework. So what are the prerequisites? The point remember, sir. So 100% Python knowledge is required to learn this Django, guys. Python. Okay. I hope you all people knows about Python. Am I right? All people knows about the Python. The people who are
Yes,
planning to learn this Django, even though you are not completing, no problem, guys. But at least you need to have some knowledge. So some people previously, not your senior batch, before that batch, okay, one student joined, without knowing any Python basics, also directly joined framework. Currently going that framework batch, that's why joining directly. Okay, so that is not correct way, sir. First join this Python language, and then basics of, by learning this basics of all the Python, then easily you can learn this Django framework. That is a good way for learning this process. Okay, so remember in this, at the time of learning this Python, so many concepts of Python rules and regulations. Python follows the indentation. Okay, so syntax errors, these all things Python related errors. Everything you are getting. Python data types are there, like list, set, tuple, these all things are there, guys. So many. Okay, so data types and using the Python, how creating the functions, how creating the classes, like all rules and regulations you are getting via programming, guys. Okay, so those all rules and regulations again we are going to use inside the Django framework while developing our applications. Clear this one? So remember, yeah, guys. I'll give you that one. Okay, now are you getting voice clearly? Yeah. So to learn this Django framework, Python knowledge is required. Python knowledge is required. Wait, guys, the remaining people also not getting voice. Pranay, Nag.
yes, boss.
Actually, just now I completed our senior batch also. Everyone is getting voice clearly. Just I stopped the class and I connected your class.
Yes,
Yeah, guys.
very clear to me, no problem.
So Srikanth, check it once your mic. Check it once your mic and remove your headset and again connect that one. Then maybe you are getting clearly. Yeah, guys. So now we will discuss about this one Django related framework. For that, we required for that we required Python language knowledge. So after learning this Python related language, then we are going to learn this Django framework, guys. Okay. So first here, what is program? What is program? We are discussing, guys. Okay. So what is program? What is software? Why require this Python? Like some basics we need to discuss. Then we will start about the Django. Okay. So many languages are there, guys. So many languages are there, and language related frameworks are there. Every language having the frameworks. This point remember. Okay. So many languages are there, and every language is having the frameworks. For example, Java language, if you are taking in this Java language, Spring, okay, and Struts, Struts, and what is Hibernate, Hibernate, like a number of frameworks are there. If you are taking .NET, if you are taking .NET language, .NET is a language, okay. So here ASP.NET, ASP.NET is there, guys. ASP.NET is there, and MVC framework is there. MVC framework is there, guys. Okay. Same like Python is also one language. Nowadays, more popular language, guys. Python is also one of the famous language. Okay. So here Python side we have frameworks like a Django framework we have, and then Flask framework we have, guys. Like a number of things are there. Okay. So if you want to developing applications, real-time applications, at least you need to have knowledge about any one language. At least you need to have the knowledge about any one language, and that language related frameworks also you need to have. Okay. At least one language, and that language related one framework minimum one framework knowledge is required. If you are learning Java side all frameworks, that is giving more advantages to you only while developing the applications, but minimum one framework must be required to developing the applications. Same like if you are learning Python language, we are all Python developers, so we are not required about this one. We are going to discuss about this one. Okay. So Python language already you completing, guys. So Python related any one framework we need to be planning. Okay. So Django you can plan, or else Flask you can follow. So I'll tell difference between Django and Flask. Why you are deciding to learn Django only right now? Why you are not learning this Flask? I'll take care these all things. Wait little time. Got it? So to developing the applications, one language required, and that language related frameworks required. Okay. So this point remember. This point remember. So previously some people joined, sir, in one batch, two batches. Previously I saw people. So Java they joined, and frameworks related Python framework they are planning. Okay, that is not correct way. Java you are joining means Java related framework you need to plan. Python you are learning means Python related frameworks you need to plan. So then you are able to developing the applications more easily. Okay. So remember that one. And here, what is programs? We are going to developing the programs. We are going to developing the applications we are calling. So first of all, what is program? What is program? So this is important, guys. What is program? So program is nothing but a set of instructions, guys. So shortcut points I'm giving when I'm sharing the documentation to you guys. I will take your all mails within 2 days. I mean tomorrow or day after tomorrow I'll take. Okay. So for every day what we discussing class concepts, but class related soft copy typing material I will share, and the same thing class material also written notes. I will say to you, and also what we discussing these sessions, videos links also you are going to get, guys. So total videos and these text files, I mean typing material and class material you are getting, and also what programs we are practicing here, what projects we are practicing here. Those projects also I'll say to your mail. Clear this one? Yeah, guys. So set up instructions, set up instructions we are calling the programming. Set up instructions we are calling what, sir? Program. So instructions means every instructions having some meaning. Every instruction is having some meaning. So set up instructions we are calling program, guys. Okay. For example, I want to add one addition program, guys. I want to developing one addition. Okay, or else some program. So I'm going to take addition.py, one Python file I'm going to write, guys. Addition.py. So in this addition.py, some statements I'm going to write. Some statements. A equal to 10 I'm writing. Means what is happening here? So a variable holds the 10 value. I think but 10 value is storing inside a variable. Okay. Then Python is creating some memory for this a variable. Nothing but integer value. Int memory is created by Python in the memory allocation. Okay. Now b equal to 20. Nothing but b variable holding 20 value. Now c equal to a plus b. You are writing, guys. Means what is happening here? First a and b value we are going to be adding because of the plus operator. Okay. So a and b values we are adding, and that result we are assigning into c variable. Am I right? So this third line behavior is that one. This is one instruction. So in this instruction, adding these two variables and result assigning to c variable, that is you are giving, guys. Okay. Next, finally you are going to print message. Print the message c value you are going to print. Okay. So here different instructions I created. In this instructions, 10 value storing, 20 value storing, and 10 plus 20 adding and assigning into c variable, and printing that c variable c value, nothing but final result into console. I mean to the console I'm going to print. Okay. So like this, and number of instructions I created, guys. So this set of instructions we are calling program. That program name is here addition.py I taken. Python file extension is .py. Am I right? So this is the process. Now software is there, guys. Software, another definition, software. So what is software means? Set of programs. Set of programs is called software. Clear this one? So what is software means? Set of programs or a collection of programs simply. Okay. So set of programs called as software. Sir, shortcut points I'm giving, simple points. So full definitions wise you are going to get in the documentation. So the collection of programs or set of programs we are calling the software, guys. Okay. So using these softwares we are going to get a lot of benefits as a human being. So softwares are giving a lot of solutions for human being problems. For human being problems. Okay. So using these softwares we are going to becoming like a lazy fellows, guys. Actually human beings are going to be becoming like a lazy fellows using these softwares. For example, if you want to do calculation, so you can take one example, sir, calculator software. So calculator software is there. Nowadays all people are using the mobiles, or calculators to do calculation. But olden days people are taking pen and paper. Okay. So they are doing calculation manually that time. So as a human being we are getting some burden also while doing that calculation. But nowadays big values also, so many values also within the fraction of seconds by using these software, so we are getting the result. Means so software is reducing the burden on developers, on users. Softwares reducing the burden on users. Okay. So software is nothing but a set of programs, I told. Nothing but each program is having particular operations, guys. So this program is having addition operations. Okay. I have another programming, for example, see, can see here. So this is what addition.py. So I'm going to create one more program, subtraction.py, for example. Okay. So what is this one? Subtraction.py, sir. Subtraction. Uh, so remove that one. Yeah, okay, no problem here. A equal to 10, 20 value is there, for example. B equal to 10 value is there. C equal to A minus B is there. Okay. Now here what you are going to do? Print C. Nothing but subtraction result you are going to get 10, 20 minus 10, nothing but totally 10 value you are going to get. Okay. So this is addition, this is a subtraction. Next one more program, multiplication, one more division. Like this n number of programs you are going to write, guys. Okay. So by combining these all programs, we are going to get calculator software. This is nothing but software. Okay. So each individual one, addition.py, subtraction.py, these all are nothing but programs. By combining set of programs we are creating finally softwares, nothing but calculator software, guys. So using these all combination of programs, I can do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division by different values. Clear this one? So this is about the software, guys. Okay. So if you want to developing the softwares, if you want to developing the softwares, then frameworks required, guys. Any language required, and that language related frameworks required. So what are the languages are there, and language related frameworks what available, I explained here. Okay. So different languages are there, different frameworks are there. So here we learned already by using the Python, Python language we are learning. So that's why Python related frameworks we are going to be learning here. We are going to be planning here, guys. Got it? So to developing the softwares more easily, we are going to use frameworks related to any language. Okay. So Python language and Django frameworks we are going to be learning, guys. So why Python is getting more demanding nowadays? Why not other languages? Java.NET in olden days, from last 20 years onwards, having market, guys, good market. But recent 4-5 years onwards, Python is dominating these two languages, Java and .NET. So more people are learning this Python. Okay, that's why Python language is called as a general purpose programming language. Okay, so how can you say Python is a general purpose programming language? Now I'll give you one explanation. Can see, guys. So this is my Python language, guys. This is my Python language. Okay, so here so many things are there. For example, data science is there. Data science, artificial intelligence, AI stands for artificial intelligence. Okay, so dev apps, robotics, robotics, and machine learning, guys. Machine learning, deep learning, okay. So Django and Flask, okay, like n number of courses are there, guys. N number of courses are there, so many courses are there. So if you want to learn this data science, if you want to learn this data science, then Python knowledge is required. Python knowledge is required, guys. If you want to learn AI, Python is required. For DevOps, Python is required. Robotics, machine learning, deep learning, okay, Django, Flask, and some healthcare related technologies are there. So these all things, if you want to learn, then Python language must be required. Okay. So to these all courses, these all are different courses, guys. So to these all courses, Python is common language. Python is common basics. Okay. So that's why these all course related developers, okay, or else students are going to learn this Python nowadays. That's why this Python is getting more demanding. Python is getting more demanding. So once learning this Python, you can go to data science, you can go to artificial intelligence, you can go to DevOps, like this. All the things you can go, guys. Okay. So if you want to developing the web applications, if you want to developing the web apps, then you can choose Django is your career, your framework. Okay. Using the Python related Django framework, if you are learning, then you are able to developing the web applications. So web application means like this. What are the examples of web application? Means Amazon application is there, guys. Flipkart application is there. Nowadays, all people are giving online orders, online shopping we are doing. So Amazon, Flipkart, bookmyshow.com, okay, and so many banks applications are there. Internet banking, SBI internet banking is there. HDFC, Andhra Bank, ICICI, every bank is having internet banking applications. So these all are nothing but web applications only. Okay, Phone Pay, Google Pay, like a number of applications. So these kind of applications, if you want to develop in, then go. You need to learn this Django, YouTube, Gmail, Facebook, WhatsApp. These all are web applications. Okay, so web applications, if you want to develop in, then you can learn this Django or else Flask. Anyone you can learn. But why you are choosing this Django? Why not choosing this Flask? I'll give you that solution. Wait. Clear respond? Okay. So nowadays this data science and artificial intelligence, these also getting having more demanding as in the coming years. Okay. But why you are giving priority to this Django only means, so within the less time, by providing by spending less cost, within the less time with the less cost, if you want to learn any course, that is the Django only or else Flask. Okay, Django or Flask compared to remaining all these data science, artificial intelligence, robotics, machine learning, these all things, Django and Flask is taking less time to completing the course and also spending less amount only to learning these courses. Okay. So after completing this Django course, then using Python and Django framework, easily you can crack the interviews. So when you are doing practice very well, just completing is not enough, guys. Along with the completion of course, you need to do practice also more and more, then more easily you are going to get the job immediately. Okay. So our students from this Durga soft only, so many students got jobs on the particularly Python sector, Python with Django. So a lot of people got jobs, guys. In this lockdown period also, so many people got jobs. Do you understand this one? So that is all depending on your practice, sir. What level you are doing practice, that is important. So here can see this Python 100 people are learning, as 100 people are learning. So AI 100 people are learning, DevOps 100 people are learning. So this is also 100 people are learning. Like this, all courses are learning by 100 people. I think, but these all people are learning Python. That's why Python is joining more people nowadays. This is acting like a general purpose programming language to learn other courses. Okay. So why we are choosing Django or Flask means to developing the web applications like Amazon, Flipkart, BookMyShow, like a number of applications. These kind of applications, if you want to developing, then we need to learn this Django framework or else Flask framework. These two are purely developed by using the Python only. Django is developing purely using the Python only. Okay. But if you want to learn data science or artificial intelligence, Python is one part only. Python is one part only. For example, 20% code. If you want to learn this data science, 100% code is required. Out of 100%, Python is giving 20%, for example. Remaining 80% different technologies we are using again. So, for example, data science or else artificial intelligence, if you are using, if you are going to learning, so Python you are learning, R language is there you are learning, Signal language is there you are learning, like a number of variations are there, guys. Okay. So those all combination after learning, then you are able to develop in the data science related applications. Okay. And also almost 15 to 20,000, almost you are going to spend 20,000 money to learn this data science, more than 20,000 to learn this artificial intelligence like this. But if you want to learn this Django, okay, so 5,000, less than 5,000 you are spending, guys. Okay. And also more than 6 months time is required to learn these all courses, data science, artificial intelligence, these all things. But Django, if you want to plan, then 2 months, less than 2 months enough, 45 days to 2 months, 45 days to 2 months enough. So once you are, I mean, day to day, if you are doing practice very well, so after completing 2 months, then you easily you can crack your interviews. You'll get your jobs, guys. So many vacancies are there. So many vacancies are there right now in market, but less number of students only there. Students are there more, but skilled people, the people who knows Python with Django very well, less people only there, guys. So the people who are doing practice very well, then they are going to hire immediately. Clear respond? So why you are learning this Django framework means this is the reason to learn this web applications. We are learning this Django framework, and if you are learning this Django framework, then with less cost, with less time, you can complete this course compared to remaining other courses. That is the concept here, guys. Okay. So people are nowadays every student is eagerly waiting for getting the job immediately. That's why all people are giving a top priority to Django for learning purpose, for getting the immediately jobs purpose also. Got it, guys? Yeah. So here Django and Flask, two frameworks are there. Both are purely related to Python only. So why you are giving a priority to Django? Why you are not giving a high priority to Flask means, So Django, here I'm giving about the Django, guys. Here I'm giving about the Flask. Okay. So Django nowadays in the market, in the industry 90 or 95%. Okay, 90% projects, 90% projects are going on the Django only. Python related applications, 90% projects are going on the Django only. Less projects, 10 to or else 5. Okay, less than 10%, guys. For example, less than 10% projects are going. Less than 10% of projects are going on the Flask framework. On the Flask framework. Clear this one? So that's why people are giving a top priority to learn this Django project, Django framework to developing the projects. Okay. After learning Python, people giving a top priority to Django. Why means more projects are going on the Django framework. Less projects are going on the Flask framework. That is one reason. Okay. And another best reason is Django is providing ORM layer, ready-made predefined ORM layer is providing. Okay, ORM layer support is there by Django. Here no predefined ORM is there, guys. No predefined, no ORM. Simply no ORM. ORM stands for object relational mapping. Object relational mapping. Okay, so one table to we have so many databases, sir. MySQL, Oracle, SQL Server, MongoDB, PostgreSQL, like this, a number of databases are there. So nowadays all databases having the relationships, one table to another table, relations are there. Okay, so if you want to communicating any one particular database using one particular language, then the database related SQL queries we are going to write, guys. Database related SQL queries. SQL queries we are going to write. So for example, Oracle DB I'm using as assumption. What DB I'm using? Oracle database I'm using. So in this Oracle, some tables are there. From the table, from one table, if you want to get the data, then we are going to use one command. When we are going to use one command, which name as, for example, select command, guys. Okay, select star from table name. My table name is GMP assumption. Select star from table name. When you are writing this query, you are going to get the data from the stone store table, guys, using the Oracle. But if you are using the MongoDB, for example, one another DB is there. If you are using the MongoDB, then we need to use what? Find method. We need to use the find method to get the data. To get the data. Okay. So here select command you are using to get the data. Here find method you are going to use to get the data using the MongoDB, guys. Means so database to database SQL queries are changing. SQL queries are changing. Okay. So when you are using a Oracle DB for your project, Oracle related SQL queries knowledge is required. When you are using MongoDB, then another SQL query is required. When you are using MySQL, then another SQL query is required. So as a developer, you need to learn these all SQL queries. That is a big burden on the developers. Big burden on the developers. Okay. So if you are using the Django, if you are learning the Django framework, guys, Django is providing a ready-made ORM layer. I told ready-made ORM layer. Okay. So Django using Django ORM layer, we are writing one common query. We are writing one common line. Okay. So that line automatically converted into Oracle format, into MongoDB format, into MySQL, into SQL Server. Like whatever the database you are going to use, that database format automatically converted. That is the use of ORM layer. Clear, guys? So using the Django, we are going to write one query, common query, using the Django knowledge. So that query is converted into whatever the database you are using that format because of ORM layer. Okay. So no need of focusing on the database related queries. Just we are going to focus on the Django ORM queries. That query automatically converted whatever the DB you want to communicate in. But if you are using the Flask, guys, if you are using the Flask for Oracle separate queries you are going to write. For Oracle separate queries you are writing. For MySQL separate queries you are writing. For MongoDB separate queries you are writing. Okay. So like these all things as a developer we need to write manually. So this makes a burden on the developer using the Flask. Okay. So using the Flask, I'm developing one project, guys. Just assumption, I'm developing one project. So at the time of developing this project, Oracle database I'm using. So Oracle related SQL queries, for example, 100 queries I used. 100 queries I used. Queries nothing but like a questions requirement, guys. So 100 queries I developed in this Oracle related format. Okay. After completing 2 months, using your Flask development, yeah, 2 months completed, guys. Later you are deciding to use MySQL, not Oracle. From Oracle database to MySQL you want to change it. Then again, these all 100 queries what you created for Oracle, these all queries you need to remove and you need to write MySQL format. Okay, so recreating all the queries again. So nothing but this is the max burden on the developer and obviously increasing the cost of the project. So like a lot of problems are there, guys. But if you are using the Django framework, one time the Django format queries you are writing. So initially you are using the Oracle. After 2 months you want to use MySQL. Then no need of changing the Django ORM queries. Just you are going to give database settings only. So initially Oracle you are using, now MySQL. Instead of Oracle, MySQL name you are using simply one name. Then obviously converted your project into Oracle format. Okay, so without writing queries every time database related separately, just we are going to use ORM queries using the Django framework. So that is the best solution, best advantage by Django. That's why this Django is getting more demanding nowadays, guys. Guys, are you understanding this difference between the Django and the Flask? Okay, so more vacancies or more projects are going on the Django. That's why we are planning to learn this Django framework. And also Django is providing a ready-made ORM layer. So database knowledge is not required much more using the Django ORM. Just we are going to learn about the Django ORM queries. And what database you are using, the database format automatically converted our Django queries. So that's why we are learning this Django framework. And using the Django framework, we are going to developing the web applications, more easily with less time, with less cost, guys. Understanding, guys, everyone, this structure? I hope you are understanding. Yeah. So now I want to discuss. So using the Django, what are the benefits? First of all, using the Django, what are the benefits? I want to discuss, guys. Okay. So if you want to developing any one project using the Django, then you are going to saving money. You are going to saving the time. You are going to give the best performance of applications. Okay. In real time, all company people are focusing on saving the time, saving the cost, giving the best performance. Okay, these three features supported getting by this Django framework compared to other frameworks. Okay, how can you say time saving? How can you say cost saving? How can you say performance giving up? Best performance is giving means. So we can take one small example, guys. Okay, so using the Python, I want to print one hello message using the Python. Then how we are going to print, guys? So by using the print method, you are going to print what is this? Hello. Okay, so print hello message I'm writing. So if you knows about the print method, what is the use of print method, then you are able to print this message. Print method is used for printing some messages or else some output on the console. That is the theory, sir. Okay, so then enough using the print method, you are printing one line statement, you are getting the hello message. But using Java, I want to print this same hello. Using Java, I want to print the same hello, guys. Okay, then how we are writing the logics? Then class name, for example, sample. Now here you are going to write curly brace structure. Java follows the curly brace structure, sir. So here public public static void main public static void main. Here string args, again curly brace structure you are going to use. Okay, now here system is a predefined class, out is a predefined object, and then the println is a predefined method. Okay, now here you are going to write hello message, and followed by semicolon also required. Otherwise you are going to get the error. Every statement, this is statement, every statement is required semicolon. Otherwise you are getting the error, guys, in Java. Okay, so in Java, if you want to print the hello message, then first of all, what is the class keyword and what is this one class name? What is the public? What is static? What is the void? What is the main, string, args, and what is system? What is out? What is the println? Like this, these all things we need to learn, guys. Each one is having a meaning. So many words are there. Each one having some meaning, guys. Okay. So once you are learning about these all meanings, once you are learning about these all meanings, then you are able to print this hello message. Okay, so to representing just a hello message, then first of all you need to focus on these all lines. So these all concepts, if you want to focus these all concepts, means it makes some burden on developer, it makes some burden on the developer, guys. Okay, but if you are using the Python, just simply one print method if you know, then you are able to print the hello. Okay, so just the hello message purpose using the Java, these all lines of code you are writing, guys. But using the Python single line code you are writing using the Python. Okay, so Django framework is developing purely by using the Python only. Django framework is developing purely by using the Python only, guys. Okay, so using the frameworks we are going to developing the real-time applications. Real-time application means hundreds of lines code, thousands of lines code we are writing, thousands of lines code we are writing, guys. Am I right? So only one line message purpose, just a hello message purpose. Here you are writing more lines of code using the Java. When you are going to develop in the real applications, thousands of lines, then more lines code is required using the Java. But same code, same concepts, same requirement. If you are using Java, if you are using the Python for the same requirement, if you are using the Python, then less lines of code you are going to write compared to Java, guys. Clear? Okay, so here more lines code you are writing, sir. When you are going to executing programming, so line by line taking, line by line executing. If more lines of code we are writing means more memory is required or not? Uh, more lines of code you are writing means more memory is required. More memory means we need to spend some more amount. Okay, if memory is increased means money also increasing. And more lines of code when you are writing line by line executing, then obviously more time is taking. More time taking means obviously cost of the project is taking. Okay, so more lines you are writing means more time is required. Because of more time, cost of the project increasing, and because of the more time, application performance is decreasing. When I'm writing single line immediately executing, when I'm writing more lines, then some time taking. Okay, so obviously performance of application is getting problem. And single line is there means within the less time we can developing, within the less time means cost of the project decreasing. Okay, like a number of benefits are there using the Python, and number of drawbacks are there using the Java, guys. Compared to Python. Okay, so major concepts are saving time using the Django, saving the cost. Okay, so and giving the best performance within the less time with the less cost we can developing the best product. That is using the Django is possible. That's why this Django framework is getting more popularity nowadays for developing the applications. Clear, guys? So guys, one point remember, nowadays all so many real-time employees also, the people who are working on Java side and Python, Java side and .NET side, as a experience on 5 years or 4 years like this, those all people also coming to learn this Django, Python. I mean, in their companies, coming new projects are going on the Python and Django related only. That's why people are planning to learn these courses. So when we are sticking on only one course, for example, 5 years back, you learned Java, sir. I know so only Java. If you are giving project on Java, then only I will do project. Otherwise, I don't. I'm unable to do project like this. If you are telling to your management, then your management saying bye bye to you. 5 minutes. So in that company, no Java projects are there. All Django projects are there. Then without Java projects, what is the use of yours? That's why they are giving keep instructions to all developers. So coming sessions, coming years, or coming months, we are going to get Java Django related projects only. So you all guys must be planned to learn this Django course by self learning or else by attending the online classes or somewhere whatever you want. Like this, giving instructions. So some people can learn self by self, and some people are attending the classes and they will get some basic knowledges. So then they are able to developing the applications. Got it? So previously myself, I taken so many online batches. I mean offline. Sorry, only weekend batches. I'm taking weekend batches. Saturday, Sunday, long sessions from morning 9 a.m. to evening 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. like this. Continuously taking batches. Only Saturday, Sundays. 4 weeks batches going. So that time a lot of employees only joining. Regularly they are attending the offices. Okay. So Saturday, Sundays, no offices. That's why they are planning to learn these courses. Just 4 weeks they are spending time. Then later their job is in secured. Got it? So remember guys. Now if you want to developing the any one application, if you want to developing the any one application, then 3 layers required guys. Any application if you want to developing 3 layers required. Okay. So one is the front end layer, another one is the back end layer, another one is the database layer, DB layer guys. Okay. So this is a presentation related. So we are calling front end layer, and this is the back end layer, and this is the DB layer, database related. Okay. So many databases are there: MySQL, Oracle, MongoDB, like this. So we will discuss about one particular database guys. Okay na? So users, for example here one human being is there guys. One human being is there. So this users users interacting with the front end guys. Users always interacting with the front end application presentation. Okay. So this presentation interacted with the backend coding to performing logics. Our backend code interacting with the database to store data or getting the data from DB. Okay. Backend giving result to database giving result to backend coding. Now our backend coding giving response to front end. Okay. Now whatever the response displaying on this present end on this front end presentation side, this is can see by this user guys. Okay na? So this is can see by this users. You understand this one? So always users interacting with the presentation code interacting with the backend code interacting with the database. Okay, like this a 3-layer architecture working. So if you want to developing this front end part, then UI technologies are required guys. UI technologies like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, these all things we are calling UI. HTML, CSS, okay, Bootstrap, these all things guys. Okay, if you want to develop in this backend, then any one language like a Java, .NET, Python is required. Any one language and that language related frameworks. So Python is a language. Python related framework Django. So at least Python and Django you need to have knowledge. Then you are able to developing this backend code. Okay. So for example, Django I'm taking as now here to interacting with the database purpose, at least one database is required. For example, MySQL we are using, or else Oracle, whatever you want. Okay. So real-time applications are Swiggy, Zomato, Flipkart, Amazon. If you are taking any application, every application is interacted with the database to store the data, to managing the data. Okay, na? So this is the development process guys. So here if you are learning this Django course, guys, okay. So in our sessions, we are going to learn about this HTML, CSS, these all things, Bootstrap, these all things for making the presentation, and also we are going to developing the backend code using the Python and Django, and also we are going to developing the database related coding using the MySQL in our sessions. Okay. So Java side people are learning about the Oracle sir, .NET side people are learning about the SQL server. Python side people learning about the MySQL. When you are watching so many tutorials or something, so everyone is explaining about the MySQL. That's why I'm giving to this one for doing practice yourself using the Google tutorials or whatever you want, guys. Okay. So after completing some sessions, then I will give you all the solution. What database you want to connecting, the database how you are going to connecting. Okay. And in our sessions also about the MongoDB also I will discuss. Nowadays this MongoDB is getting more popularity. MongoDB in real-time development. Okay, so WhatsApp, Facebook, Google, these all company people are using this MongoDB. Simply NoSQL databases. SQL databases and NoSQL databases, like two types are there. So one day we will discuss about these all databases, differences, all the things. Then you will understanding actual beauty of MongoDB. Okay, so whatever the DB you want, you can communicate in, sir. So I'll take care here at least one database and our Django framework and UI coding. Okay, so by combining of these three, then you are going to developing one beautiful applications real time. Okay, so when you're joining into organization, some people only working on this front end side, sir. Some people only working on this back end side, Django. Some people only working on this database side. But as a student, you are only front end developer, you are only back end developer, you are only database developer. Clear, guys? So front end you are only developing, back end you are only developing, and database also you are only developing as a student. Okay, so that's why here while developing our applications together, we will developing front end, back end, database, how interconnecting both three concepts we will discussing. Okay, so the people who knows only front end coding, then we are calling front end developer, guys. UI technologies. The people who knows only back end coding, we are calling back end developer. Nothing but using the Django. Okay, the people who knows only database related technology, then we are calling DB developer. Okay, so here one famous word is there, that is a full stack developer. What is full stack developer, guys? Okay, so the people who knows both front end back end with database. Okay, na? So front end knowledge, back end knowledge, and database knowledge, the people who knows, then those people we are calling full stack developers. We are calling what? Full stack developers. Okay, so nowadays these full stack developers getting more demanding, as nowadays full stack developers getting more demanding. And if you are a full stack developer, then usually you are going to get the jobs, guys. Why means, so this front end is common to all languages, sir. So if you are developing the Java projects, if you are developing the .NET, if you are developing the Python, front end is common. Okay, only backend is changing and database changing, guys. So you knows only Django coding, guys. You know Django coding and you know presentation coding also. So using your Django, you are developing this coding, no problem. So after completing your project, no new project is there. No new project is there on Django. New project is there on Java. Okay, na? So here one Java project is there, assumption. One Java app is going, Java project is going. So Java application also required front end, and Django application also required front end. Okay, front end is common to Java and common to Django, sir. Okay, na? So front end is common to Java and common to Django. This point remember. This is my front end. Okay. So I'll write here. So this is common to Java and this is common to Django also, guys. So if you know front end also along with Django, then when you have Django coding, Django requirement you are developing, and your Django project not there next days, so then immediately you are going to involve on the front end for your Django. Okay, so finally developing your Django application, guys. Later Java projects are going, but you don't know Java coding. Some Java developers are working on here, but you know front end, so you are going to work on this front end. So this front end involved to this Java, means you are also one part of this Java. Clear, Span? So whenever you have Django, you are able to developing Django. Whenever you don't have Django projects, you are going to involve on the UI. That UI is working to Java, working to .NET, like all the ways. That's why full stack developers getting nowadays more demanding. The person can useful to developing the number of applications, front end side, back end side, database side, like all the things. Okay, so that's why you are also can plan, guys. Slowly you need to becoming like a full stack developer. You need to becoming like a full stack developer. So front end related knowledge is, if you want to learn more clearly, separate UI batches are going, sir. Separate UI batches are going. HTML, CSS is all things from our institute also. So you can plan that one. Okay, uh, at the time of developing our applications, what front end knowledge is required, that is I'll take care. HTML related, CSS, bootstrap related, these all things, some rules and regulations while developing our application, what is required, these all things I'll take care more clearly, and I'll share the documentation also about this UI, sir. Okay, so same knowledge we are going to use in our Django while developing our applications, sir. Okay, right? So there is no problem ever wish. If you want to learn separately, you can learn. Otherwise, inside our Django also you can learn. Okay, so finally at the end of the session you are going to do this UI coding and this Django coding and this MySQL coding. The combination of these all things are then beautiful projects going to be developing. This is a real way, real time of way, guys. Okay, so now here as a Django developer, in this Django what files are there? We have models, we have views, we have URLs, we have settings, like these all points we are going to learn. By learning of these all things, how we are going to developing applications, we will discuss this slowly. Are you guys understanding about this one, everyone? About this structure, guys? Okay, yeah, guys. So remember that point, and history about the Django we will discuss, guys. History about the Django we will discuss, and then futures about the Django we will discuss. Once the history and futures, if you are understand, if you are learning, so then actual beauty of this Django framework you are getting. Why you are deciding to learn? Why need to learn this Django? You are able to getting more clearly, guys. Got it? Yeah. So now I'll tell about the Django history. So some points we will discuss, and tomorrow more history and futures we will discuss. So after that, MVT architecture is there. Django architecture planning is there, guys. So once that Django architecture is completing, then you are going to developing applications. You are able to developing the applications. That point remember. So Django history. Django history, guys. So here history means who developing Django, where developing, when developing. These all questions we need to raise, guys. Okay. So where, when developing, who developing. Okay. So when developing, who developing, why developing. Clear this one? Okay. So like these all kind of questions we are going to raise. When you are getting clear information about these all things, then you know something about the Django. Okay, so where developing this Django, where developing this Django means in the Lawrence, okay, Lawrence journal. Yeah. So Lawrence journal newspaper organization, newspaper world organization, world organization. This is the company, guys. So Lawrence here Lawrence. So Lawrence journal newspaper world organization, like one company is there. Okay, news channel companies are in our India. So many news channel companies are there. So many news channel companies are there. For example, Enad, Sakshi, Andhra Jyoti, Times, Varta, like so many are there. Okay, so like this one company is there. That name is Lawrence Journal Newspaper World Organization. So in this company, as an internal project, in this company, as an internal project, our Django was started, guys. In Lawrence Journal Newspaper World Organization, as an internal project, as an internal project, Django was started, guys. Django was started. For the internal purpose, this company, so many real-time companies are there, sir. So those companies are developing applications for client purpose and some applications for their own purpose, internal purpose. Okay, so this is one company. For this company internal purpose, Django was started. Django was developed. Okay, so in which year started? In the year 2003 they started, guys. Okay, in the year 2003 Django was started as an internal project in so and so company, Lawrence Journal World organization. Okay, so who started, guys? Who started? Authors, authors of our Django, who is means Adrian, and Simon, Simon Wilson. Simon Wilson is one name, Adrian is one name, guys. So Adrian and Simon Wilson are developers of this company, guys. In this company, developers, they both are web developers. Okay, web application developers. So these two developers are developing this Django framework in this company as an internal project. That is the point. Okay, so why they developed? Why they developed? Who developed this one? Why they developing means these two developers are acting like a web application developers in this organization. So they both are developing so many applications, so many web applications. So while developing these all applications, they are getting some irritation, some problems. So what is that? That problems means. So while developing so many applications, in these all applications, lot of code, same code they are writing. Lot of same coding they are writing, guys. In the when they are developing the multiple applications, lot of same coding they are writing. Okay, so for multiple applications, same code we are writing again and again. So this is taking lot of time, and this is reducing the performance, and this is increasing the cost of the project. Like this, people are deciding. Okay, so after deciding like that, they thought like one way. So we need to take all these common features, common code from all existing projects. We need to take all common features from all the existing applications, and we will maintain in one place. Okay, and we will reuse this common code into remaining all projects. Then what is going to happen like this? They are deciding. Okay, after thinking like that, so they factor out all common features, guys. They factor out all common features from existing applications, and they taken all common features and maintaining in one file. That file name finally becoming like a Django. That file name finally becoming like a Django project, guys. Django framework. Okay, so using this Django framework, people are, these two developers are developing the new applications. Okay, so while developing these applications, within the less time with less cost, they are developing the best applications, matured applications developing. That's why they decided, okay, using this common file we are getting a lot of benefits. So we will continuously maintaining a lot of features into this. We will continually developing a lot of features in this Django framework. Like this they deciding, and finally slowly they are developing. So nowadays that Django is getting more demanding. Okay, na? So here can see one small structure I will explaining. So here one project is there, guys. One project is there. So in this project, this is what like a app one, assumption app one. In this database related coding is there. Database related coding is there. Template, nothing but presentation related, guys. Template coding is there. Template coding, admin coding is there. Okay, so this is common, database related, template related, admin related, common. And my own code, own code, own code for this application one related separate code is there. So own code I'm developing here. Next one more application is there, guys. Here one more application which name as app 2. Here also database knowledge is required, template knowledge is required, and admin knowledge is required. And for this purpose, own code, own code too you are writing, separate code. Okay, so again here also one more application is there, guys. One more application is there. So in this application also, the DB related is there, template related is there, admin related is there, and different own code you are going to be writing, guys. Got it? So like multiple applications they are developing. So only this code only changing, as only this piece of code only changing for project to project, for application to application, only this piece of code only changing. But remaining pieces, these all pieces are common. These all pieces common to all the projects. Okay, one time they are writing here, again same code writing here, again writing here. So this is looks like a duplicate code in all the projects, duplicate coding in all the projects. Okay, so while writing like this multiple times, some extra time is required, and some extra time is taken. So because of time taking, the cost of the project increasing. Because of the extra lines, more memory is required, again obviously cost of the project increasing. Because of the more lines, time taking more time. Okay, so more time is taking means the performance is decreasing. Got it? So like this, some problems are there in these all applications. That's why our developers, Adrian and Simon Wilson, decided to take these all common features into one separate file. Okay, so here is there, guys. They taken DB knowledge, template knowledge, admin knowledge, for example, into one file. This file name they taken as what? Django. This file name they taken what? Django. Okay. Now they are developing one application, guys. So in this application, what they are developing? This Django they are importing. Django importing, and our own code only we are writing. Own code. Okay. Next, one more project you are going to develop in. Here also Django you are going to be importing, and your own code only you are going to write whatever you want, guys. Okay. So this entire coding is available in this Django. So this is you are going to be importing here. You are going to be importing here, and using this one you are going to developing your required code, own code, and also the same file you are importing here also, guys. Okay, and you are going to developing your own code using existing Django. Clear this one? So like this way you are developing, as so this entire DB template admin related we are not writing more and more. Existing coding we are importing, and we can reuse. Means reusability is coming, as existing code we are going to be reusing. Then obviously we are going to saving the lot of time. Obviously we are going to save the lot of time to developing the application. Okay, so finally applications also getting best performance while executing. So we are saving the time, we are saving the cost, we are giving the best product using the Django. That's why this Django is nowadays getting the more demanding. Clear? Why they developing this Django means this is the reason, guys. Okay, why they taken our framework name as Django only? Why not other name? So many names are there, guys. Why they taken name as Django only? Why not other name? Okay, na? So our developers are whom? Adrian and Simon Wilson. These both are music lovers, guys. Both are loving the music, guys. Okay. So in 90s, 1930s, in 1930s, one famous guitarist person is there, guys. In 1930s in America, one famous guitarist person is there. Guitarist person. His name as uh, guitarist person. Okay, so his name is Django Reinhardt. Django Reinhardt. Django, sorry, Reinhardt. This is the name, guys. So Django Reinhardt, like one person is their famous guitarist person. So our developers loving this person. Okay, so this Django Reinhardt music they are loving more and more. That's why they taken our framework name as Django only. Based on this person, they taken our framework name as Django. Clear, guys? Why they taken Django only? Our framework name is, our developers are loving one famous guitarist person. His name as Django Reinhardt. Based on this person, our framework name taken as a Django. Okay. So here D is there, guys. D is a silent. D is a silent word. That's why we are calling Django, not D Django, guys. Not D Django. So Django we are calling officially. Got it, guys? Everyone? So this is about the history, guys. Okay. In 2003, they started. In 2003, they started. In which year they started? 2003 in Lawrence Journal Organization. Okay. And finally, in 2005, they released it to public, guys. In 2005, they released it to public as an open source framework. Okay. So here they taken all common features into one file and they are developing new applications using this framework. Okay, so they are getting the best results, guys. They are getting the best results. That's why our developers are deciding, Adrian and Simon Wilson deciding, okay, this Django file we will release to public. The people who wants to developing the applications with less time, with less cost, they will use our framework. Like this they deciding, and they decided and they released to public, guys. Okay na? So at what year and in which year they released to public means 2005 as an open source. Open source means no need of taking any license version. So simply you can download and you can use that one. You can developing your own applications. Okay. So in 2005 they released it to public, guys. So after releasing public, these two developers, Adrian and Simon Wilson, are working on one company, Lawrence Journal Organization. So that company management people are not accepted. Why you are releasing this product to public? We will only use in our company only we will use. Then we are getting more profits while developing the applications. Like this management thinking. Okay, but developers are not agree with management, so that's why they resigned this company, guys. Adrian and Simon Wilson, both people are resigned to that old company and they started their own company. They started their own company in the year 2008. In year 2008 they started own company which name as DSF. I think but Django Software Foundation. DSF stands for what, guys? Django Software Foundation. Okay, so now onwards, I mean after started this DSF, this Django Software Foundation is maintaining this Django framework. Okay, so Django Software Foundation is hiring a lot of employees, the people who are having good skills for developing the coding. So they are hiring a lot of new employees, and these all employees together developing so many features in this Django framework. Okay, when they are adding some features, good features, they are releasing to public. Understanding, guys? Like this, so many versions are releasing. So many versions are releasing. In the year starting in the year 2008, they released 1.0 version, guys. They released 1.0 version. Okay. So later 2x related versions released 2.0, 2.1, 2.2 like this. Nowadays 3x versions having recently 3x versions also there in this 2019 December released 3x version, guys. Okay, so 3.0, 3.1 versions are going right now. So whatever the versions we want we can use. At the time of installing the Django, I'll take care how particular version we are going to installing, what versions are there. About the versions we will discuss clearly that time. Are you guys understanding about this one? History. Okay. In 2003, they started as an internal project in Lawrence Journal World Newspaper Organization as an internal project. Okay. In 2005, they released it to public as open source. Then onwards, anybody can use that framework and they can developing their own applications. In 2008, they started as they started. They started one new organization which name as Django Software Foundation. Okay, and who are the authors means Adrian and Simon Wilson. Why they take a name as Django one means based on one guitarist person, his name as Django Reinhardt. They take a framework name as Django only. Why they started? Why they started means why they are developing, while they are developing multiple applications. In all applications so many lines of common code is there, so many lines of common code is there. Okay, so it looks like duplicate coding in multiple applications. That's why they factor out all common coding into one separate file and they given name as Django only. Okay, simply to reducing the duplicate code in all the projects, to reduce the duplicate coding in all the projects, same coding. Okay, So to reduce the duplicate coding in all the projects and to saving the time for developing the applications and giving the best performance for developing the applications, they developed Django framework. Okay, so this is about the Django history, guys. So this history what I explained now, everything points wise you are going to get, guys. 10 to 15 points you are getting history and Django related these all things. Got it, guys? So tomorrow Django is a framework. Just we discussing about the Django only. So what is the framework? Using the framework, what we can do? Using the framework, what we can do? So framework aims, framework goals are what? Every framework goal is what? So about the frameworks and about the Django features. Django providing a lot of features. So almost 15 features are there. So we will discuss about the features, guys, tomorrow. Okay. So then basic knowledge about the Django you are getting. Why you are deciding to learn the Django, you will get it. And then architecture we will plan, guys. Once completing architecture, then development we will start programmatically. Clear, guys? Okay. Now I'm going to stop this session. Okay, recording. And if you have any queries, all the things you can ask, sir, clearly. I'll give you a response to you. Okay. Thank you.